Have you ever had a situation where you've poured in your heart, your soul, your candies into leveling up a certain Pokemon, only just to find out later on that it was just really bad and probably wouldn't be used on your team again? Well, I've been there before, and trust me when I say it, I remember being such a lost girl in the world of Pokemon Sleep when I first started. But ever since then, I've learned so much along the way and how I should actually be navigating this game. And today I just wanted to share with you the top 10 tips that I have for any new beginners or anybody who has been already playing this game for a while. So I will start with the most basic one. Tip number 1. Most of you might already have known this, but if you haven't already maxed out your friend list, you gotta do it right now, like ASAP. Because every day, you receive 1 to 2 candies from your friends, which can be used to level up your Pokemon. So the more friends you have, the better it is for you. If you're struggling to fill up your friend list, I've linked a Reddit friend mega thread in the description box below. Other than Reddit, you might also want to join Pokemon Sleep Discords because people are usually looking out for more friends there as well. This is by far one of the easiest, lowest effort but high return action that you can take for yourself to improve your Pokemon sleep journey, so make sure not to sleep on this. My second tip for you is to actually spend some time to understand how natures and subskills affect a Pokemon. In general, you want to have favorable natures and subskills for a Pokemon based on its specialty so that it can carry out its role well. And once you understand that, there are many useful infographics out there that you can refer to for a general sensing of what the top subskills and natures are for each specialty. And I gotta emphasize that, infographics can tend to serve as a good general guidance, but it always have exceptions depending on your situation and playstyle. So make sure not to follow it too strictly and also apply your own thoughts and research into it. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to talk a little bit more about this. Tip number 3. Many people don't really talk much about this compared to natures and subskills, but did you know that it is also very important to consider what ingredients your Pokemon gives you and in which order it gets unlocked in? Raising a Pokemon to high levels involve a very long-term commitment. So the question that you might want to always ask yourself is, will my Pokemon be able to give me enough ingredients once I have unlocked level 30 and level 60 slots? This is also keeping in mind that once you have unlocked high ingredient slots, it will definitely affect your production of preceding ingredients. So here's a simple example of 2 Gengars at level 60. You will be able to see that Gengar 2 will fare more consistently in late game recipes as shown in the screen. There's definitely no right or wrong answer, it really depends on how your playstyle is, but my aim here is just to put it out here so that you can be more informed when it comes to deciding on investing on a particular Pokemon. Tip number 4 is somewhat linked to tip number 3, but as you start gathering more ingredients more consistently, you want to start having a focus on a specific recipe to build up its level so that you get more strength per meal. This means absolutely do not do any mixed dishes, do not do any auto cooking. These are bad. Here's an infographics that I found really helpful and I refer to almost on a daily basis. I've included the download link in the description box below so that you can save it for yourself as well. Full credits to the Anti-Stat who have actually created it. What I really like about these infographics is that the dishes have already been arranged based on their strength, as well as their additional ROI bonus as shown by the percentage under the strength number. So simply put, the dishes on the right are the best. Ideally, you want to focus on one recipe per bonus tier until you can upgrade to the next tier. The only exception I would say is maybe in the 25% bonus tier, you will probably have like a focus of 1 to 2. The second one being the slowpoke dishes because those really scale up well. So plan around your team and decide on which one you can make the most consistently and focus on that until you can upgrade to the next bonus tier. Tip number 5. Utilize RaenonX Calculator. In my opinion, this is by far the most useful tool to help you plan out your team for the week. It shows you the daily estimated strength and ingredients produced by each member of your team as well as the projected rank that you'll reach by the end of the week. So you can easily test out different combinations of Pokemon to see what works for you the best. Also, You can use the tool to double check if a Pokemon that you have caught is indeed good or subpar based on its stats. There's just so much more to this site than what I've just mentioned. But these will probably be the two key commonly used features that anybody will find useful when they first start using the site. Tip number 6. I don't know about you, but I personally find that it is really easy to run out of resources when playing this game. So if you find yourself in the same situation, you'll definitely want to maximize the number of rewards that you can get through missions. Did you know that there is one simple action that you can take to instantly speed up 5 of your missions? And that is to cultivate a better sleeping schedule. Set a target bedtime and make sure that your sleep and wake up times are consistently within 30 minutes of the previous day, and this will definitely help you out tremendously. I find this the most useful in gathering diamonds for my inventory upgrades, and also as the bonus for having a good sleep schedule. You stand a higher chance to get a S or an A rank in your weekly sleep rating, which also means more handy candies for you. Tip number 7 is all about maximizing your sleep points. Sleep points is the main shop currency that you use in-game to buy biscuits and other stuff. And you will always want to try to get 100 sleep score, especially if you're a free-to-play player. But yeah, I know not like everybody has the luxury of time to be sleeping like 8.5 hours a night. But the good news is there are workarounds to this. You could look into keying in manual naps or simply just putting your phone earlier to sleep before you go to bed. A pro tip for you. You might want to consider saving your sleep points and activating the free trial premium pass when you have accumulated enough sleep points to buy everything that you want from the premium store. And for the hardcore bargain hunters, did you know that you can activate your premium pass during the end of the month so that you can sweep the store 2 times? That is definitely a good way to get your items on discount. Tip number 8. Ration your biscuits wisely. Remember that not all Pokemon are created equally, and you might want to deprioritize catching some of them. I remember when I first started out the game, I always spent all my biscuits trying to catch 1 to 2 Pokemon for that day, which led me to being biscuit poor, and when I actually really had something that I wanted to catch, I just couldn't catch it at all because I was out of biscuits. I've linked a helpful tier list which you can use as a general guidance on which should be your focus Pokemon, but always keep in mind that you might want to prioritize certain mons that may not be in the S or A tier within the tier list because it really depends on your situation and your plans as well. Tip number 9. Understand when would be the best time to activate good camp tickets and incenses. A general rule of thumb for Focus, Friend, and Luck Incense is to use them towards the end of the week when your Snorlax drowsy power is at the highest. As for Recovery Incense, use them midway through the day when you take a nap so that it gives your Pokemon more energy to work more efficiently during the day, or use it when you expect to hit a low sleep score for the night. For Growth Incense, you would want to use them during good sleep nights as the double bonus from the incense stacks on top of the experience gained during the event, giving you much more experience than usual. You might also want to activate good camp tickets during then because it not only gives you a quick boost for your Snorlax strength, but it also guarantees an extra hungry Pokemon every day so that you can really maximize your catch rate during a stronger week. My last tip for you is to actually enjoy the game however you want it, which means that you may or may not find all my previous tips applicable to you. And that's totally fine because everybody have their own play styles and priorities, so you may have a different vision of what success looks like for you in this game. I just hope that my tips were able to help you out in some way. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more Pokemon Sleep tips and content, please do consider hitting the like and subscribe button. It will definitely help out a lot with the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.